We're good.
Okay, so we're gonna move on now to the topic of this week. And this topic is this has been going on for a while now. It's been going on, I think, until since WrestlePalooza. The topic of this week is the fans, for lack of better word, disgust of the WWE product lately. Um The ratings are pretty low on SmackDown.
People aren't coming
Um,
to shows.
People aren't coming to the shows. Well, the SmackDown shows. People aren't coming to the
SmackDown.
SmackDown show.
Yeah.
SmackDown
Um,
especially
yeah,
is rough, man.
yeah. So, who wants to start it off?
Um, well, I'll say right now, I think a big contributing factor, and we have spoken about it on this show because we're fucking brilliant wrestling minds, and it has bared out that woman's world title picture with Jade Cargill at the top is not working. It wasn't.
No.
It wasn't. It wasn't even
It,
working before Jade Cargill got the belt. Like things with Tiffy were
exactly.
starting to. Tiffy's reign was not great.
No.
Was not great. I think it was. I'm glad she won. She should have won.
She held it for a
It was a
while
learning
too.
experience, but she could have and should have done better. And the overall product just hasn't been great in that regard.
And to add to that, Cody, which could be a whole other topic, but Cody's reign is not drawing the attention it need. Why are you on like he's on Raw, he's on like aren't you on SmackDown?
Yeah,
Like have matches on the show. Like he had a match this current, but like I don't know, it's just not enough for me for some
it's
reason. He's always running around like I don't know. They need to do something else with Cody.
the direction is not good. Like the way those matches and things ended with Drew, like you could have really done something there. Like Cody could have dropped that belt or something. Like come on,
Yeah.
come on. And I think that's a big problem too. And WWE has this thing, man. They're very like they antagonize their own fans. Like it's almost like they purposely do things that they know the fans aren't going to like. And I think Nikki Bella is an example of that.
Yeah.
I think and Jade Cargill is no one is clamoring for Jade Cargill. No one. Are you,
No,
Kendi? Are you
no.
clamoring for Jade Cargill?
No, but they're trying to make her a star. They're trying to make her a star. They're
They
not
could
trying to
have
make her
done
a
that. They could have done that already.
WWE has a history of if a person looks a certain way, if a person is a spectacle, they
Mm-hmm.
try to they try to give them their full
Yeah.
backing.
Yeah, his
Hulk
name's Roman
Hogan.
Reigns.
Hulk Hogan is not the best wrestler in the world, but he's a spectacle. The way he looks, with his promos, and same thing with Jade. Jade, okay, she's not the best wrestler in the world, but look at her. Like she looks like Storm from the X-Men.
Yeah.
Really does.
Like is if Storm started juicing, you know?
Yeah.
But I think it starts from the top. I think it starts from the top. So the first mistake is now TKO runs WWE, and I think they made the same mistake that WCW did. A company owns a wrestling business that doesn't know anything about wrestling, doesn't really care about the culture of wrestling. The fact that that the prices um to attend a wrestling show, oh,
Out of
and
control.
even the
Out of
now
control.
the payment plan to watch it on television.
That's crazy.
They don't care. They don't care about being family friendly. They're
No,
trying to juice wrestling for as much as they can to line up their pockets.
Yeah.
well, and Nick,
And I also think I know people are putting a lot of the weight on Triple H, but I gotta ask myself, does TKO also play a factor in the creative? Because when Netflix when Raw was going to Netflix, Netflix had some certain demands that they wanted. They wanted Roman Reigns on the show. Roman Reigns was SmackDown dude. But because Netflix wanted him, guess what? Roman Reigns went to Raw.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the creative decisions, I'm asking myself, is TKO also asking for these certain things? You
Well,
know, that's
Um,
why we're getting
well,
certain matches or certain um beefs or feuds.
I think so because look what happened in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia is a
Like
perfect example,
like
you
so
know?
like you're and this is an issue because we mentioned it before. You're leading a storyline. You're leading a storyline. Now Saudi Arabia calls for two people. You have to give me that. Breaks the whole storyline and
yeah.
it just doesn't like it's
Mhm.
what the hell's going on, like you have to entertain your money.
Like,
So
listen, we know this is America. Everything is a cash grab. We understand this.
yeah.
It's a problem though when it gets gross. And WWE, listening to Nick Khan talk about how they're pricing their tickets is gross. Talking about,
Mhm.
yeah, we've increased our overseas touring because that means now we have less dates in the US. If we have less dates in the US, that means we're more of a demand here. And if we're more of a demand here, we're going to charge higher prices. Like that's so you're doing a European tour literally so you can increase prices. Like and he's just saying it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And it's how nonchalant they've become with certain things. Like, Jesus Christ, can I watch an episode of Raw without being sold something every 5 minutes? If it's not a commercial, it's some product placement, it's some corny ass ad that they're doing backstage for Domino's or Fanta
Fanta,
or
Fanta.
Riyadh season or whatever the hell it is.
What
Mad
the?
ads all over the ring. Like, damn
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
Mhm.
It's and I hate that Triple H is like, well, we're not interested in putting together the best match. We want to tell the best story. Bro, the best matches in my eyes, they always tell the best story.
But that's been WWE model for years. That hasn't changed. That's always been the WWE model.
Yeah.
And I think yeah, that's good and bad because story matters, but at the same time, not everything needs a story. You know, the fact that a person is just wrestling to get a chance to face the champion so I can be champion one day is enough of a story
Yeah.
sometimes, you know?
What's annoying sometimes is that they're clearly aware of what people are looking for. They say it in the commentators say it all the time. Dream match. This dream match is what people want to see. It doesn't have to be the whole product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like give us some something to ease the pain, if you will. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like that I get excuse slide it in like a little slower. Gee.
Mhm.
Wow, yo.
Oh,
Slide
sorry.
it in slow, baby.
So I know
Sorry.
so.
That was me. That
Slip
was me.
that in there.
That was me not trying to reference
Mhm.
Spartacus.
But But at the same time, at the same time, I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. Sometimes I think like the fan base does go a little bit overboard. Like, yeah, things could be better, but sometimes people react like it's like the worst it's ever been. Do you guys remember WWE 2019 or 2018?
Bro, what about
Oh my God,
Super Cena?
those years was rough.
The
Those years
height
was
of
pretty
Super
Oh,
Cena
bad.
from like
Hmm?
'07 to
oh my God.
2010.
Bro, I stopped watching.
No,
I
God,
stopped watching. I
terrible.
completely
no.
stopped watching.
And yeah,
There are wrestlers that are coming back from that time. I don't know who they are because I stopped watching.
and you're
Yeah,
right.
there's things.
2019, you're right, bro. That shit was
That
horrible.
was terrible, dude. That was
The
terrible.
Thunderdome, oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh
there's
God.
things that need some improvement, but there's a lot of things that's also good. This whole Dominic run has been amazing.
Yeah.
The US Open Challenge has been amazing. You know,
Yeah.
Becky Lynch run has been so good. The tag team division is it's getting bigger, it's getting better.
they
It's
heard our
getting better.
pleas.
They heard our cries.
They heard us.
That's a fact.
They heard us wanting.
The
You know?
Kabuki Warriors are on TV like multiple times
Exactly.
a week,
Wow.
Exactly. And
and it's
a
an
little
important
bit
feud.
and I gotta ask you guys a question, like when has it ever been where Raw and SmackDown was equally good? It's never been that. It's always one or
And
the
one or the
other.
other.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't know why people are so surprised that now that a good amount of SmackDown stars are no longer there, now that SmackDown is doing bad. You remember when during the Bloodline reign where SmackDown was like the best
Yeah,
was like the
Yeah.
best
Yep.
brand
Yep.
and nobody was watching Raw?
yeah,
Yep. Yep.
I feel like right now is Raw's turn to be amazing,
Yeah, I think
and
they need to put
SmackDown turn to be shitty.
yeah,
yeah. I mean, I think it all started also when when they introduced the World Heavyweight Championship
Mm,
yeah.
because like they had to give that title, the Seth and Gunther did their thing, but they were competing against Cody and the belt, you know what I mean? So
mhm.
I think they had to shift focus for a little bit just to make sure that title holds weight, you
Yeah.
know?
Exactly. I think right now the title is looking the best it's ever been,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
The
And
world
another
heavyweight.
thing, the world heavyweight.
I
And
agree.
another thing is the Seth Rollins getting injured. That was a huge
That was a
L.
huge L,
That
yeah.
was a huge L because they look like they were really putting all their money on Seth Rollins this year.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
And I felt that when Seth Rollins won that beat Cody Rhodes,
That was huge.
that that was about to go they were about to go to another level after
Mhm.
that. They were about
yeah,
to go to another level because reports were after that Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker was gonna win the tag team championship.
yeah.
They would have had a lot of gold, and if you added Becky's gold, there would have
Would have
been
everything.
everybody would have had gold.
Yep.
Everybody would have had gold.
Yep.
So
I
Yeah,
will say,
I think that put a damper into a lot of plans.
yeah, that took put
Yeah.
a dapper into a lot of plans.
Yeah.
I will say this. A positive part of the product that I will say that I've enjoyed. The mid card titles are back. They are
Yeah.
back, boys.
Oh, absolutely.
The U.S. title hasn't felt this important since John Cena had it, and
No.
he was doing the U.S. Open challenges. We've had Sami Zayn now to Ilya. They're actually building up feuds and having excellent matches. Chelsea Green with the U.S. title. So glad they put it back on her.
Me too.
Yeah.
Ethan Page with the North American title. Dom with the IC belt, and now John Cena, the
Yeah.
tag team division. Like they're really, really giving it a lot of spotlight, which was that's something that we complained about when we first started the show a month and a half ago, a couple months ago, was that the mid card titles and the tag team. And because again, we're such brilliant minds, WWE's clearly listened to us because it's pretty healthy. It's
Mhm.
very healthy. It's just the badness of the main event and the top guys right now is kind of overshadowing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And
that's
I think also the fact that the John Cena run hasn't been as good as people wanted it to be.
Yeah. Well,
They fumbled the ball with
the
the
heel
heel
turn.
turn.
Yeah, they did.
You know,
terrible.
um, but
This
it
last
is what
half
it
of it has been
is.
good.
Yeah, half of it has been good.
Beginning
It
was
hasn't been all bad.
it hasn't.
There's been pretty good special moments.
There
Absolutely.
have
Yeah.
been. It just hasn't been what it should have been. I agree.
Exactly,
I agree.
exactly.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So that's our topic for this episode.
All right.
All right,
Hmm. Okay,
All right.
boys.
I think that's it.
that's it.
All right, so that's our show for this week. All right, guys. So if you agree, disagree with our choice for cream of the crop, which is the top performer, performance, moment, match, move, whatever the case might be of the week, Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, follow, talk some trash, get into it with us. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys soon.
Awesome.
All right.
Peace
All
out.
right. Later, Ring Pops.
Later.